Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Star Trek Online on the Romulan Faction with a Reman character, Tactical. If you are watching this live during June of 2018, after the expansion, Victory is Life, has been launched. This is for you folks watching this right now. I will be doing Jem'Hadar playthroughs. There's been some questions about that. Why am I continuing to do a Romulan playthrough now, which the expansion just came out and the Jem'Hadar are very relevant right now? Well, obviously this is a continuing series that I started previously before the expansion, and I, of course, always meant to finish this series. I'm going to finish this series, and so this is still going to be posted alongside anything new that I do with the Victory is Life. So this is just a continuing series that I'm going to play all the way through. I started it a couple of months ago, and it's been a lot of fun. I've been wanting to, have a Reman character. This is the first time I've had a Reman character in Star Trek Online, and so this was very interesting to me. I wanted to have that and have a Reman character. Plus, I needed the tactical career as a Romulan also, because I've never played as a tactical Romulan career before. And so I wanted that whole brand new updated 2018 experience on the Romulan faction and see what's changed since the last time I played this faction. So that's why I'm doing this, and it's just a lot of fun. I'm just doing it for fun. So you can watch along, or you can choose not to watch along. For those that are watching this in the future, then enjoy my Jem'Hadar playthrough as well, because I will be having one. So if you're watching this years from now, years from June 2018, by now I've had 1 or 2 Jem'Hadar playthroughs, so go enjoy those. All that will come in time. I'm doing all of it together, so just stay tuned, stay subscribed, hit that notification bell, and you'll get a notification on when I post new videos. That's pretty much it. Okay, let's begin the new episode for today. We did the Vault in the last one, and now it's time to go into Mine Enemy. Reports of illegal weapon use on Hifar lead you to evidence of greater atrocities.
Intelligence has decoded the list of Reman targets that you recovered from the Vault. I want you to infiltrate one of these targets and determine why Obisek would attack it. The Hifar system is still technically part of the Romulan Star Empire, but Ferengi speculators have moved in, and the Empress has done nothing to remove them. The big-eared little money grubbers have reopened their mines, and are now doing business with anyone with latinum. Go to the Hifar system and blend in with the Romulan refugees there. Find Madron and discover what he is hiding. Once we know why Obisek and the Remans are targeting these mines, then we will know how to proceed.
So let's go to the Hifar system. We'll get a horde of hatchling. And it's, of course, far away. Everything's always so far away. And I do not have Slipstream yet. So, of course, it's going to take a long time to get there. So just like usual, what I'm going to do is go ahead and pause the video, and then I will resume it when we get to Hifar. That way you don't have to sit through all this travel through sector space, which is just really boring. So stand by. And welcome back, everybody. Here we are at the Hifar system. Begin Mine Enemy. Sub-Admiral, the Remans were targeting a magnesite mine in this area, but the list we recovered didn't have its exact coordinates. I know we're in the right area, but all of the moons in this system are inhabited, and our sensors are being affected by the magnesite. We'll need to contact each moon to try to determine which one of the Remans we're actually targeting. Okay, let's go to this one. Hail Moon Taralalelelu. Uh-oh. Romulans. Finally, I get to use my new ship in combat. Look at all these things I have to enable before I can actually fire on them. But look what happens when I do fire on them. One shot and they're dead. That's awesome. That is powerful right there. I love that. Okay, that works. That was just sweet, you know, take everything out like that at once. I do like this build on this ship. This is a great ship at this level. I've got to remind myself I need to look up the ships again. I'm in the Hafe. What tier ship am I in? Am I in a tier 4 or tier 5 ship? I want to say I'm in a tier 5 ship. Somebody let me know what tier ship I'm in, because I get confused on the Romulan ships. I'm not as familiar with them yet. This moon is private property. No solicitors, beggars, or Romulans allowed. Okay. Let's go to the final moon. I think I'm in a tier 5 ship. But I could be wrong. If I am, it does not have an option to make it a tier 5U ship. But I don't know. Somebody let me know. I'm ignorant. Hello, my good friends. I'm so happy to meet you. Perhaps you are in the market for some high-quality magnesite. We have the finest ore in the quadrant. On behalf of the miners and residents here, I'm more than happy to welcome you to our home. Please, transport to the surface. Unfortunately, the large amounts of extremely pure magnesite ore in the core of our little world will interfere with your sensors. For safety reasons, I must insist that you use the transporter signal enhancers that I have installed at my own expense. Also, I know Romulans are fond of their entourages, but could you please restrict the number of crew you bring down to the surface? My people here aren't used to strangers, and you wouldn't want to disrupt their work, would you? I like the fact that he recognizes us as a Romulan, or technically a Reman, but at least part of the Romulan faction. That's nice for a change. Talk to Madrin. So this one is a mostly ground-based mission, and I am going to have to do the career-specific thing. I am tactical, so I guess I'll have to take out those groups of bad people before we can go underground. But here is this fat little Ferengi. On behalf of everyone on this forsaken rock, let me be the first to welcome you to Hafar. As you can see, we don't have time for pleasantries, and I'm not sharing my Tranya stash with you. So why don't we skip the chit-chat and get down to business? Well, of course. I've heard that you're an excellent source of magnesite. What makes your mine better than the others? Unfortunately, I cannot call this mine my own. I'm just a middleman. Out of the goodness of my heart, I help the residents here pass on the products of their hard work to commercial entities such as yourself. The minuscule transaction fee and trade tariff I keep to offset my expenses is figured into the unit cost of the ore. My operation has become one of the best in the area because of the high demand for my services from both sides. I provide the best mining equipment and supplies in the sector to the miners, while my customers get competitive pricing on the ore they need. And do you have any more information about the mines themselves? I don't pay much attention to that. Miners have empty carts and they return with ones filled with ore. If you're that interested, you could visit the mines themselves, but I don't recommend it. It's such a dirty, disagreeable business, and I'm convinced that breathing ore dust for too long is terrible for you. The miners who live near my quarters used to keep me up at night after night with their dreadful coughing. I had to install soundproofing just to get some sleep. Are you sure you wouldn't rather look at the ore I have for sale? Thanks, but I'd like to talk to the miners first. Really? Suit yourself. Just remember, I have an exclusive contract to export magnesite ore from this moon. If you try to cut me out of your deals, you'll regret it. I just have a few questions before we conduct any business. I'll be back when I'm done. Madrin won't answer any questions about why the Remans might be targeting this place for fear of scaring us away from a possible sale. Perhaps if we ask some of the locals about what's going on here, they'll be able to provide more information. Question the miners. We don't see strangers here very often. What do you want? Well, let's see. We need to know about the mines. What can I say? We exist. I mine because there is nothing but rocks on this forsaken planet. If I am lucky, I dig enough ore to make my quota, and Madrin pays me. If he pays me, I can eat and have a warm place to sleep. If we don't make our quotas, there's nothing. Even if I do have Latin, and most of it goes to Madrin to pay my debts, and the rest he takes in exchange for the supplies he imports. I would leave, but I owe too much to Madrin to ever earn enough to buy passage off of this place. Besides, where would I go? Every morning, the first thing I do when... Okay, well, we know that. Why don't you fight Madrin and take back what is yours? A few people tried to take Madrin's ship once when he was sleeping off the Tranya he drinks. It has a biometric lock. Nothing on the ship responds to anyone but him. So what would we gain by fighting? A moon full of rocks and no one to sell them to. No food and no way to get more. No way to leave and no hope. I hate Madrin, but because of him, my children don't cry out in hunger or shiver from the cold. Do you get help from the Empire? The Empire? Bah, what Empire? Our Empire turned to dust with the loss of the homeworld. If you're rich or in the military, then maybe there is something. I hear that the people in Sila's shining city in the radar system live quite well, as long as they obey her commands. For the rest of us, there is nothing but dust and regrets. Here's somebody else over here. Jolan True, stranger. Have you always lived here? My family and I have been here all of our lives. It's a hard life, but it's all we know. My mother used to tell me tales of the homeworld. She'd talk about the plazas in Rateg, or vacations she spent with her father on the shores of the Apnic Sea. And she would tell me about my father, who gave up his place in the military evacuation ship so she could live. He never knew he had a child. She would tell me these stories, and later, when she thought I was asleep, she would cry. Madrin charges us too much, and he pays too little. He is like everyone else in this world, out for himself. But he doesn't let us starve, and if a child needs medicine, they get it. Many here grumble and hate him, but I cannot. If I were in his position, and his life was in my hands, can I say that I would act differently than he does? Stay in the settlement. Don't go down into the mine, and whatever you do, don't leave this area. I do not wish you harm, stranger, and there are many dangers here. There is a group. They rule the mine, and they are dangerous. Even Madrin fears them. If you avoid them, they will ignore you. Defy them, and they will turn on you. Last week, a good man died because he would not give them what they wanted, and he was not the first. There are many monsters on this moon that you would be wise to avoid. Outside of the settlement, there are packs of wild animals. If you take a warrigal from its mother when it is very young, it can be tamed. If you wait too long, they are savage. Packs of wild warrigal roam the edges of our settlement. Often they prowl the refuse piles looking for scraps of food. A pack of warrigal can kill even a strong man. You must be careful when you are in their territory. And they are not the only monsters here. The miners tell stories about creatures made of stone who can burn you to cinders. I have not seen one of these creatures myself, but I know that many people who enter the mine do not leave it. Have you seen anyone suspicious around here? You are the first outsider I have seen in a long time. There is no reason for anyone to want to come here. So it's cool that they each have a story to tell. I like that. I can't talk to you. I can't talk to anyone. I'm on the run, and if those thugs see me talking to you, then they'll be in danger too. Tactical, is there anything I can do to help? I need someone who's not afraid of a fight. There's a group here that are beating and stealing from us. Madrim doesn't do anything to stop it. For all I know, he's getting a cut of everything they take. They're making life miserable for all of us. Would you be willing to help? Count me in. So this is the tactical option I have. Help bullied refugees. There is a group of bullies that have been stealing from us. If we don't give them what they want, they'll beat us. I had a friend. All he was trying to do here was feed his family. Be a good man. He had an old bottle of ale. He said it was from the homeworld. One of those thugs wanted it. Now my friend is dead. I'm too weak to stop them. I know that. And now I have my friend's children to feed in addition to my own. But if someone were to teach them a lesson, this camp would be a better place for us all. So I need to defeat 3 thug gangs. And I guess they're marked here, aren't they? Yes. So this would be the first one. Hello. They are not difficult to take out. The other one seems to be around the corner here. And we have one more. Which I think is, yeah, right around this way. Oh, good. Return to the bullied refugee. Well, we finished that pretty easily. Oh, they look like they've changed the icon. What does this do? Isolation field generator. Oh, it's one of those things that I guess a new console that I put on here. I had forgot I did that. Put some new consoles, or kit modules, I should say, not consoles, kit modules in my thing, and I haven't used them in combat yet. Thank you. Those guys have been giving everyone a lot of trouble. These thugs are part of a larger group that operates deep inside the magnesite mine. They control the lower levels, and no one who goes down there uninvited ever comes back. I don't know what's so important down there that is worth hurting us to protect it. Maybe if you went down there you could get some answers. Yes, maybe I could. Gang Violence Task Force. Let's return to Madrin, and then we'll go underground and see what's going on there. You want to go into the mine? Are you really interested in buying any magnesite, or are you just here to cause trouble? Because if that's the latter, I know someplace you can start a little ruckus. There's a gang that controls the bottom levels of the mine. They won't let me in there. Previously, I allowed them to keep their little kingdom in exchange for information. But lately, they've been more trouble than they're worth, and the intel they're feeding me is useless. Honestly, who doesn't know about the Breen invasion of Defari space? Investigate the restricted area of the mine. I'll take that information to heart. Okay, explore the magnesite mine. Explore the mine. Optional. Talk your way past the guard or kill the guard. What do you want? Well, I'd like to enter this area. This area is restricted. Only people my friends and I like may enter. And I don't like you. I wonder if you'll like my weapon. Hey, remember the character I'm playing. I've got to mention it again because it's been a long time, but I am role-playing Omega from Doctor Who, and he's not a nice guy, and he's looking for a way out of this universe. So he's going to be this way. I wonder if you'll like my weapon. It's just who I am. Well, it's who my character is, anyway. Optional, kill the Romulan guard. Because we ain't letting nobody stop us. Nobody's stopping us. Alright, defeat the hostile Romulans. Here we go. Well, okay, I died. Before I could hit the hypo spray. And my other guy's dead. Well, that went swimmingly well. They're a lot tougher than they look. I forgot I am playing in advanced mode. That is something to mention as well. Yes, I am playing in advanced difficulty, so this is not normal, so things are a little more tough. I forgot about that, actually. Nobody reminded me. Yeah, I'm playing in advanced mode, so things are a little more difficult. This is also my first playthrough of the game in advanced mode. I've never done that before in the past, so this is brand new for me to experience. Sub-Admiral, there are a series of pressure plates located in this area. They're low-tech, but the Tal Shiar may have had to resort to outdated security measures because of interference from the magnesite veins in this cavern. The problem is that the magnesite is making our tricorders almost useless. If there's anything on this moon that the Remans would want to eliminate badly enough to use Thalaron weapons, it has to be here. We're going to have to figure out how to use the pressure plates. Okay, well, first of all, I already know. We are going to stand here, and we're going to take you, sir, and we're going to click that button, and we're going to have you stand here. Actually, we're going to have you stand a little farther in. Go in. Go in. Go in. Not over. Golly, it doesn't exactly go where you put the thing. Okay, there you go. Explore the hidden base.
I give the orders here, Commander. You are out of line.
With all due respect, sir, there's a difference between protecting the Empire from her enemies and provoking
There is
them.
much here you do not understand, Janek. The Remans need to know their place. As do you. I will not forget your insubordination, Commander. The Tal Shiar has no place for officers who cannot follow orders. I'll be in the command center.
Colonel, they were civilians! Their blood is on our hands!
Get used to it. There will be more. Speaking of which, why don't you clean out the brig before you become a resident there?
Well, we're in the right place, that's for sure. Find a commander's access code. The analysts in this room look completely engaged in their work. I wouldn't be surprised if we can sneak past them without being noticed. Indeed we can, but before we go find her, there's something else we can do. Check this out. Now these guys we have to take out. Yeah, because they're going to fire on us no matter what.
Enemy targets on
Now there's all kinds of secret information here. Blasted magnesite, the chamber is large. There's some kind of orbs that they've found. Basically, oh, where is he going? Are you going to go fight all those people in there? Please don't do that. He is. Look, he's... Oh, stupid guy. Basically, they found something back here in the caves, is what this is talking about. So we can go back here and explore what they found in the caves. There's these orbs. Very interesting. What is that? Why, it's a Horta. Dang it, I'm dying again. Notice the complete lack of surprise on my face. Of course, I knew this was here, but it is so cool to have the Horta in-game, you know, to see that. Communicate with Horta. No, kill I. No, kill I. This message is burned deep into the floor of the chamber. Acid sizzles around the edges of the letters. Accolade complete. No, kill I. This was really cool when this was brand new and this came out as like a little secret about the Horta there. And we get a Horta hatchling at the end and a little Horta that can follow you around. And it's just a cool little insider thing, you know, if you're familiar with the series, the original series. And that's pretty much all that's back there. Now these guys in here we don't really have to kill, and again, there is information on their consoles. It tells you about things going on around the galaxy. I mean, you can read all these things. I guess I'll bring them up and you can pause the video and read them if you want. I don't want to go over everything now because it's just going to take a very long time, and it's stuff that we'll find out eventually anyway. But I'll just bring these up and you can definitely pause the video and read these on your own if you're really interested in it. Wonder if this guy's gonna let me just... He might not let me do it. No, he's gonna fire on me. But here's some more information. So every time I read them, I do have to take these guys out. Luckily, they're easy to take out. Here's Borg activity. That's it. Resistance is futile. That's pretty cute. Here's Klingon activity. What? Stop firing on me. Here's Klingon activity you can read. And then over here is Starfleet activity you can read about. So you're welcome to read those on your own if you would like some background information on what's going on. Here's Taudewa activity. It just basically gives you background about what's going on in the galaxy. Romulan Empire activity. So there you go.
I almost feel sorry for you, but I have my own neck to worry about. I'll be joining you in there soon enough. If Hakeev has his way, we all will.
Now, this is a brig, and we can let these people out, actually. Optional, release prisoners. Yeah, because for me, how that benefits is it causes more chaos and allows me to do what I need to do while there's a lot of chaos going on. And I love chaos. So absolutely, I'm going to release these prisoners. Done. Now we need to go up and get a commander's access code from her, from Janek. She's gonna use a Thaleron weapon, which, if we keep our distance, we will be okay. Okay, guys, you can stop firing on her. She's down. I might have to put them into passive mode so they'll stop firing on me, or her. And I wish I would stop dying. That would also be a good thing. Okay, there we go. Talk to Janek.
You again! How do you always manage to... Never mind. Obviously, the Tal Shiar have had no luck in stopping you. I have no desire to try my own fortunes. Why are you here? How did you even find out about us?
Why does the Riemann Resistance want to destroy this base?
The Riemans know about this base? Impossible. Only the leadership of the Tal Shiar know we're here. The Empress herself couldn't find us. I don't believe you. But it makes no difference. This is not a military installation. We listen and record here, nothing more. There are many targets those Riemann scum would find much more tempting.
We know each other too well for me to simply accept that.
Colonel Hakiv will want my blood for this, but take my security code. You can use it to access the control room. You'll find everything you're looking for there.
Excellent. I indeed will.
You again! I suppose it was inevitable. Fitting, as this is the perfect opportunity
Like how his mouth isn't
to
moving.
eliminate you. Though I would like to watch you suffer personally. My plans are larger than you alone.
Maybe he's telepathically communicating with me.
The self-destruct
right?
sequence has begun. This base will be your tomb.
Okay. We need to download the Tal Shiar records, like, really fast. And we need to run. Just run. Run really fast. This is the longest explosion ever. The longest build-up to an explosion ever. Because it gives me all this time to run away. How nice of it to give me all this time to run away. Supposedly it all blew up behind me. My mine! What have you done to my mine? There was an infestation of Tal Shiar spies in there, and I just fumigated. I love it. Tal Shiar, I am shocked. I had no idea. I certainly wouldn't have sent you down there if... Say, you didn't happen to find anything valuable down there, did you? Because if you did, remember that I have an exclusive contract. Stop with the lies, Madrin. I know you know who and what was down there. And what's it to you? This is a rough area of the quadrant, you know. And they're good neighbors, if you're not easily embarrassed. Their cameras and listening devices are everywhere. I haven't had a single problem with Orions or Herosians since they moved in, and it doesn't hurt that I acquired the odd bit of information here and there. I'm a businessman, and information is big business. Do you know anything about what they recently discovered? Unfortunately, no. I'll admit I was trying to find out, but their systems were locked down tight. I'm sure whatever it was had to be big news. Everyone was on edge. Janik and Hakiv were barely speaking, and I once heard Hakiv mumbling something about orders. Someone's been pulling his strings, but I don't know who. I do know that Tal Shiar takes security very seriously. If you manage to pull away any files from their system, you can expect them to be heavily encoded. Trust me on that. I speak from experience. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go talk to 100 Romulans into digging a new mine to replace the one you destroyed. My profit margin for this month is ruined. Treat those miners well, Madrid, or I'll be back. Madrid doesn't seem to know much, or at least he's not willing to part with what information he knows without being paid. I don't think he can help us anymore. We should return to the ship and try our luck at decrypting the files. So on this one, we're actually going to have to go to our ship and we're going to have to beam up to our ready room and actually decode these files. So we need to go up to our ship here. We need to actually visit the bridge. And we need to go to our ready room. And that is not the ready room. Figure out where to decode these files at. I thought it was the ready room we had to go to. That just gives me account bank access. There should be a, it says decrypt the Tal Shiar files in your ready room. Well, here I am in my ready room. I didn't realize I had a really big fish tank in here. This is not giving me access to anything. Account bank. Well, it's not there. Maybe it's out here. Contact duty officers. I have no option to decrypt the files here. Wonder what's on the main level. I've never explored my ship, you know that? Probably not a good thing for a captain to do is not explore your ship. I just need to find out where to decrypt the files, though. It's supposed to be in the ready room, but it wasn't there. Maybe it's in a different room? There's no telling. This place is big. Maybe I need like a science console? Maybe I need my quarters? Well, I guess there's my bed and my office. But there's still nowhere to decrypt the files. This could be a problem. Let's go to engineering. Back here. Transporter room. Here's the engine room. I'm seeing if there's any glowing consoles in here for me. And I don't see any. What the heck? What the heck? How can you decode files if there's no way to decode them? Go to bridge. Let's try my ready room again. I couldn't have overlooked it. Could I have? There's no other places in here that give me access to anything except duty officers. Again, I'm account bank. That don't help. And there's literally nothing up here at the computer console. Where am I supposed to decrypt these files? You know what I may think? There may be a bug here. This this bridge on this ship just may not have the computer access to decrypt the files. in that case, I don't know how I'm going to finish the mission. So what would a Romulan player do that has this ship and this bridge, but there's no way to decrypt the files? What do you do? How? How do you? How do you do? How do I do you? Well, ain't that the stupidest thing? There is no option to decrypt the files. Well, okay, let's try something weird. Let's try something. We're gonna have to go change the bridge of the ship. Let's see if that works. Also, I think I'm stuck inside the star. Alright, let's go to New Romulus. And we're gonna go to the shipyard, right? And we're gonna change our bridge to a different bridge and hope that works. What a stupid bug. They need to look into this, because if someone has this bridge and is playing this mission, well, there's no way to do that. That's a problem. It's a big one. Okay, so let's go to the ship and shuttle requisition area, shuttle bay. And let's change our bridge. That's all I can think to do. Acquire ship, manage ship, customize ship. Starship, okay, so our interior is the Romulan. All we have is Romulan. We don't have any other bridge, because we're on a Romulan ship. So they only have one bridge called the Romulan Bridge. There is no other bridge. Romulan. I mean, there's nothing I can do. I can't change the interior. In your ready room. So let's go back to my bridge. Okay, I'm back on my bridge. I'm going to my ready room. I can access my account bank. Nowhere else along here can I access anything. No menus are popping up. Nope, I didn't mean to leave. I'm stuck. This is crazy. How do I get unstuck? There is nothing to do here. There's nothing I can do. I can sit in my chair, and that doesn't help. This gives me access to nothing. This is just nuts. What's a new player to think? What are they gonna do? Can I skip this mission even though I've done it? I guess I could technically skip it. And for right now, I may have to so we can do the next mission. 'Cause, yeah, that's a thing. I wonder if there's a console on New Romulus or somewhere I could go to. 'Cause there ain't nothing here. The only other thing I can think of is there somewhere else on my ship that has a console for it. The problem is it's so big I have to really spend a lot of time exploring my ship to find out. Guess this is the infirmary, and there's no options anywhere in here for anything. I guess this is the flower room. Again, no options in here. None of these consoles give me access to anything. This is my personal office, I'm guessing, and bedroom. But this also gives me no options. This is basically the bar area. And there's nothing in here. I don't know, guys, how to finish this. I mean, I know how to finish it, but it's not letting me do it. Well, I'm at an impasse. You guys have seen everything that I have seen. I can select a small craft. You've seen everything that I've seen, and you see that there is no option on the bridge in the ready room for me to do anything. All I have is duty officers. And there's literally, I'm looking all over my screen. I'm not missing it. I don't think I'm missing it. I just don't see anything to do with decrypting the Tal Shiar files. Unless there's a place, like I said, on New Romulus that I can go to do it. Or somewhere. I don't know how to finish that. Who gave me this mission? I think it was a Klingon, wasn't it? Maybe if I go back to Kronos, I'll have an option there to do it. I suppose it's worth a try. I just want to check these back rooms real quick. These are just vendors back here. And on the other side, let's just go to the other side real quick just to make sure there's no consoles or options I can use over there. Environmental suit, what was this one? Mail. Let's see if any of these guys give me access to anything. Correct? No. This is the infirmary. And then in this room, duty officers. Assignment, fleet contacts. Yeah, I cannot find any consoles. I can't find any way to decipher the Tal Shiar files. Wow. Okay, guys. Well, you've seen what I've seen. You've seen that I don't have an option to do it. We've done the mission, so that's something, but we can't complete the mission. So what I'm going to do is I've never ran into this situation before. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Kronos. I'm going to go to Kronos and see if there's any consoles there I can use. I'm going to maybe switch to my shuttle. And maybe from my shuttle bridge, I wonder if that has an option. Otherwise, the only other thing I can think of is to switch ships. But I don't want to do that because I really like the build of my ship and I don't want to redo all my buttons and everything again. So if I cannot, I'm going to go off camera and do all this. If I cannot find a way to decipher these files, I will have no choice but to just skip this mission for now and go on to the next one. I'll still publish this video because we did play the mission all the way through, but I won't be able to finish it in the in your mission roster. I'll just have to skip it and go on to the next one. If I cannot find a way, if I do find a way to decipher these files, I will add that to this video. Because I'm dumbfounded, I'm lost. There's no option in the ready room, so no option on the bridge. I don't know. There's no option anywhere on the ship. So I'm going to go look for an option. If this is the end of this video and I don't come back with another cut-in, then this will just end this video and I'll just skip it and we will do the next one. If I do cut in, then you'll see me finishing that. So that's all I got. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next one.